Hello everybody and welcome to this Train Sim World 4 news video. Today I'm going to be doing a bit more speculation onto the European route because there's going to be one. I don't really fully know what it is, but I've seen a lot of people, and to be honest, speculating on this stuff is outside of my area of expertise. I'm not the biggest fan of German routes. I mean, I like them more than most US routes, but I don't really know my way around railways in Germany. So I've sort of put this together quite hastily because I'm not very... I'm not a, as Tony Abbott would say, suppository of knowledge on this topic. But basically, I've seen a lot of people talking about a Berlin to Leipzig route, so I thought I would have a look at the possibilities of that, and there are quite a lot. This mainly follows on from the route that Dovetail made a while back for Train Sim Classic, which is where this screenshot comes from. That route was a little bit longer because it had the branch to Berlin Brandenburg Airport. I'm not proposing that, but regardless, let's jump straight in. So an overview, it's about 190 kilometers long, so pretty long, and that could be a limiting factor. Maximum speed of 200 kilometers an hour, so it's an upgraded line, so that does qualify it as high speed. It connects with the existing rapid transit route, which is the one of the lines on the Leipzig S-Bahn, and there's a possible reuse of that tunnel, and a possible upgrade would add maybe 5 or 10 kilometers to the total route length. That might not be possible, but certainly an upgrade of that route would be fantastic, with the upgrade from the old Talent 2 to the new Talent 2 sounds and everything else. That will be brilliant, and an upgrade to the 182, etc, etc. And of course all the AI on the side, so those two routes could be rolled into one, like Southeastern High Speed had the extension. There's lots of existing rolling stock that could be bundled, because like most German routes, you get the route, the trains that come with the route, and then everything else that you already own can more or less run over it. It's fully electrified at the normal 15-odd kilovolts overhead wires. It's fully double track, at least. Obviously, the approaches to both Leipzig and Berlin are a bit wider than that. And some of the line is fitted with ETCS because it's on a major trans-European railway. So there's an opportunity for that to be properly implemented, and then perhaps that could be laid back onto Luzern to Zersee to fix the somewhat very broken ETCS level 1 attempt, shall we say, over there. So this is a sort of very rough route map that I had a go at. The top right is Berlin, and the bottom left is Leipzig. I haven't included the S-Bahn tunnel in this, but essentially the colours, red is less than 100 kilometers an hour, and you can see that's only at the very ends of the route on the approaches to stations. Yellow is 160 kilometers per hour, and you can see that's on the sort of more advanced approaches to the stations, and then at that little kink, which is actually a junction with another main line right in the middle, and everything else is 200 kilometers an hour. There might be some little regional bumps, but these are sort of the wider, broader sections. So yeah, that's the route map. So fairly high speed the whole way, and it takes about an hour non-stop between the two of them, so reasonable length. Rolling stock, I reckon, to layer into the route, we have the BR 101, so this does run on the route. Perhaps we could see an upgrade to it and an upgrade to the coaches, maybe adding the cab car. Some of these were fitted with ETCS, so we can maybe see ETCS being added to them. And they do run up to 200 kilometers an hour on this line, so that's a positive. Run them up to full line speed, full of their service speed. Not much else to say. They've got sort of usual top speed, 200 kilometers an hour, very powerful electric locomotives, and they're sort of the precursor to the Trax family. These were built by ABB, I believe, even before Bombardier, or maybe Adtrans or something. And the coaches are sort of the standard European design of the late 90s. We've already got this, obviously. This was a Loco DLC for the Essen to Bochum route. One of the S-Bahn Rhine something or others, Rhine-Ruhr perhaps. And it's subsequently layered onto most other routes. So yeah, that's the 101. Not much else to add. The ICE 1 runs between Berlin and Leipzig on the ICE. I believe it's Route 11. These things have a max speed of 250 or 280, but they'll only be running at 200 on that bit of the line. We've already got them in the game. They came with Kassel Würzburg for Train Sim World 3. So these could just be retrofitted with ETCS and rolled out. Not much else to say. Again, very powerful electric locomotives built in the 80s, I believe. And that would have been by Siemens. So yeah, they're pretty nice trains. They're about the only redeeming feature of Kassel Würzburg, to be honest. And finally, the ICE 4, which would be the new rolling stock. These are the sort of successor to the ICE 1. They're not sort of 300 kilometer an hour units as you might expect, because they're replacing the ICE 1s. I believe they're capped at 250 kilometers an hour, focus on more of the acceleration than the top speed. They're built by Siemens in the ICE family. They look fucking sick. Certainly a departure from each generation of the ICE is just throws another thing straight at you. You know, ICE 1 and 2 were pretty similar, then ICE 3 was drastically different, and now this is drastically different as well. I really like it. I like the sort of angular shape. I think it looks phenomenal. And I'd be very, very interested in giving it a drive on this route. I would expect these have ETCS fitted straight out of the factory because they're pretty new. But yeah, that'll be the new train for this route. And of course, the other layers. Now, I've just picked as many German trains as possible and just stuck them in here. But realistically, there'd be so many other things that could layer onto this. Including, obviously, one big omission is the Talent 2. I mean, it's there, but it's in DB Red livery. The Talent 2 from Rapid Transit could be refreshed and stuck back in, perhaps, as another older unit, or perhaps not. But that is mostly it. Loads of people in the community have much better things to say about this than I do. If you're one of them, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, I will see you all next time. Have a lovely day, and I'll goodbye. Yeah, that's the one. Goodbye.